All right. Let's hope this one will work. Oh, I can't spell word shit. Oh, you can hear me now? Okay, good. I don't know why my microphone, this thing was disabled, but it's fixed. Don't know why it was disabled. I am both doing good, although I have like a fever blister that's been covered up right now by lipstick, and it's annoying the crap out of me. But that usually happens every couple of months after that lovely subscription from Mother Nature. And then like the stuff that's been going on this week with several people that I'm just like, really? We're really gonna go there? Really? Especially like me dealing with like dealing with one of those people, and I got a lot to say. Hey, City Loohoo. Yeah, I'm all dressed up but nowhere to go. Drinking coffee from my Christmas magical as fuck mug. Although I'm running low. I don't feel like getting up quite yet. But oh my god. But I did my makeup. I did 2 TikToks. Yeah, I'm on TikTok now. Yay. Oh. And I posted some photos on Twitter and Instagram. So, but I'm a little bit torn about this lip look. Like, I've been doing the snitchery, let's see here. I gotta figure out what my name is on it. I just accidentally, I think when I first downloaded this app, I accidentally tied my number to a different account by accident. So I had to wait until I could put my phone number to this account that I'm currently on, and it's at Catnip Hellcat. So yeah, it's Catnip Hellcat. And like how my social medias used to be before I switched over to Sherry Hellcat. But now I feel like I have to switch over to Catnip Hellcat again because of a drag queen making the name Sherry look bad. And now every time I hear Sherry, I'm like, I know they're not talking about me, but in my brain it's like, oh shit, what'd you do now, bitch? You know, and it's so weird when you know it's not your name, but you're still like, fuck. How many people are going to think that that was me or something? Oh, fuck. I got lipstick on my teeth. That's the only bad thing. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to follow you back. Okay. I know not a whole lot of people are going to show up. Although, like, hello to the 3 other people that are not talking. Although, I know it's not me as one of them. Yeah, it's not me. But this whole... I gotta stretch. This whole week has been a fucking mess. One... I am not very... I'm not very proud of our president wanting to open things back up, and then that whole disinfectant thing. It's like, And I thought you couldn't make yourself look worse, but apparently you can. Way to go to set the bar lower on yourself. So, now I'm kind of starting to look at people that were saying, he's not my president, like, you know what? I'm not mad at you for saying that anymore. And yes, I know. Like, okay, we had to go to Walmart, and we only been going to, like, I've only been going to the stores at least once a week. Before, I was only going like maybe other week when I had the option, but now that we have to shop for several other people other than ourselves, I have to go with my husband every time now when we go to the store, and it's every week now for me. And while we were in line, people were we were talking about how, like, even after all this is all over, I was gonna keep wearing my mask afterwards, because why the fuck not, you know? And then we heard from several people that they were opening nail salons, hair salons, and I'm like, well, why? Why are we doing that? There are a lot of people that heavily depend on those jobs and everything, but that's gonna violate the 6-foot distance spacing, social distancing we're supposed to be doing. And I don't see how, because there's still people within our state that still won't wear masks at all. So unless you're going to make it, if you're going to open these places, make it mandatory where people have to wear masks, or they get that $1,000 ticket that I've been hearing everywhere else is doing. These places don't need to be open. Like, put a sign out front. If you're not wearing a mask, do not come in. No shirt, no shoes, no mask, no service. You know? So, and I don't see opening, like, certain businesses being a good thing, because look at how a lot of people were looking at the what is it? Not the governor, the mayor of Las Vegas, where she want to do like the whole control group thing and all of that. And I'm like, when I was listening, I didn't listen onto the original news part. I think I was on Philip DeFranco. He was talking about it, and I was just like, and this is why our government is the issue, because because that town is heavily dependent on gambling and everything for its economy and everything. But if you're more concerned about that and opening the casinos and everything than people's safety until there is a vaccine, what the fuck? You shouldn't be on office. You should be like trying to take whatever resource, whatever money you have to either help the people that need help within your city, which, by the way, I think there was photos of like the homeless in Las Vegas where they went into a parking lot and made like 6-foot squares for people to sleep in. What the fuck? And you're more concerned. Oh God, lipstick on my teeth again. You're more concerned about opening the casinos. Take that money to help your people within that town that either cannot work because of this, or take the money and put it towards the funding of finding a vaccine sooner. Because the more money that we have into these researches and everything, the more likely we can find a cure. Now, I do know that the government and the Red Cross are asking people who have been infected and have gotten over it to go to Red Cross to donate their blood to see, because I know, like, after you have you get sick and everything, you end up developing antibodies. Although, like, I'm a little iffy about that, because, like, the first person that originally got sick with this and then got sick again right after, he didn't have the antibodies to fight off the second round of the virus. So, but yeah, anybody that's been infected, please go to Red Cross. I've been trying to, I know that Red Cross is in short supply of blood donations and everything. And I've been trying to see if me and my husband go. I know I'm A positive. My husband thinks he was A positive, but he's not too sure. He's not like 100% sure about that. And watch, he'll be like a rare blood type if it came down to that. But if you can, and you're not sick currently, or if you've been sick with the virus and have gotten over it fully, please go donate. Now, so far we've gotten very lucky. We've had very close calls, from my understanding, from a few people we've known that have been exposed to it, but it's been over the 14-day period. So thank goodness that it didn't spread to, as badly to here. But I mean, like, there's a town that's 3 hours away, and the count for infected and people dying are going up almost every day. And then, like, the next city right next to it, it's like within an hour, those numbers are going up. But we know it's a lot higher because my husband, of his job, he's around certain people that kind of don't think that he's there listening, and he's heard that the numbers have gone higher than what is being told to us. So that's another thing that pisses me off, is rather than lying to us, so we're thinking, okay, you know what, it's not as bad as we think it's going to be, give us the actual real fucking numbers, because then we're going to do what we have to do, stay the fuck home like we're supposed to, practice social distancing, washing our hands, not touching our face, wearing our face mask and everything. And I know on Twitter I posted a link to an Etsy store to a woman that does face masks, and she did really fast for me and everything. And normally she does face masks with whatever material that she had laying around and everything. So, and I asked her if she could for my husband to make 6 solid color ones, so that way one day, oh man, I don't even know, because, like, again, I feel like they're lying to us about the numbers and everything, and I'd rather know the truth in the numbers, so that way it's like, it just annoys me that they're holding back numbers to keep people from panicking. But look what happened before, like, even got to certain towns, people were panicking. And then, like, on top of that, I'm hearing more freaking stupid theories about, like, how this virus is, like, how this virus is spread, and, like, the first person who caught it, it's become a big mess. Like, the whole 5G towers is the reason why this virus is spread. That is false, because the 5G towers in certain towns, again, my husband works for a big corporation where they'll do testings in smaller towns. They're not like the big towns, but the smaller towns. So that way they have a better control and see what people think of the service and everything. So these 5G towers have been around for a lot longer than a year or so. And the virus is now just hitting. So that whole theory is out the window. That's a bullshit theory. Now, I do believe people who are not, like, taking good care of their health, like, oh my God, that's another one. Like, I know somebody that was telling me about that. I'm like, first of all, no. And secondly, secondly, the way that this virus has been behaving, it's not acting like a natural virus. So I do believe it came from a lab, but do I believe it was leaked on purpose? No. Because sometimes, people get too relaxed on protocols and everything, and now we're facing those consequences. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. Because the way that this virus has been behaving is not acting like, any of the other viruses that we've dealt with before. Because before, when this virus first got out, it was taking up to 28 days for symptoms to show up and people getting sick and everything. And now it's escalated to 14 days and all the stuff. So I do believe it was, oh gosh, no. Oh my gosh. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. It's not, people really didn't quit. But moving on from that fun stuff. I do want to talk about the situation with Bruce and T-Trigger, because I know I've tweeted about it and I've been planning on talk about it in a live and everything. And I didn't watch the live, I watched the video that Mind of a Miracle made. And I have a lot to say about that. I have a lot to say about that. So let me start off with, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I am a pansexual woman who happens to be a furry. And God, the lipstick. Lipstick's getting on my nerves. I'm a pansexual woman. So, and I grew up in the South. And I grew up in Virginia, which some people don't think it's the South, but like the part of Virginia I grew up in, it is part of the South. Both my mom and my dad are from North Carolina. So there is a lot of bigotry and racism from that state. And I hate that. I hate it as much as I love the state because it's got lots of amazing other things. Well, I just recently figured out I was bisexual. I was identifying as bisexual. And in the last 6 months, I'm realizing that there's more than just that, more than just male and female. And so a lot more, you know. Anyways, but again, North Carolina, great on food, great on I wouldn't say culture, on history, but it's not a good history. Let's not sugarcoat it. It's very ugly. It's a lot. If you are raised like any kind of Christian, the views that they have on the LGBT plus community it's really bad. It's really bad. And I stated this on Twitter. My family, my mom and my dad, which is a little funny. I'm going to explain why it's a little funny coming from my dad. But both my mom and dad both believe in their faith. And it's part of their upraising too. So I can't just blame religion. The upraising in their faith, they believe that no matter how much good the LGBT plus community, oh my gosh, I'm getting all tongue twisted. No matter how much good they do in the world, that they're going to go to hell. This is their belief. I've always hated that. I've always hated that because like I've always pointed out, oh, what about this part where you can't judge someone unless you're without sin, and we're born into the world with sin and all this stuff, and they're always like, oh, hush, 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 because they're always bringing up the Old Testament. I'm like, but the New Testament basically cancels out the Old Testament. And we're supposed to be following the words of Jesus Christ. But here you are telling me that we got to listen to the Old Testament, although that should be just storytelling where Jesus Christ's word is supposed to be the word. Anyway, so they're really. I even asked them like, what if they cure cancer? What if they solve world hunger? Oh, because they're gay, they're going to hell, and that's always upset me and everything. And the reason why it upsets me the most coming from my dad, because he's a bisexual man. Although he'll deny it to everybody's face, although there's proof that he's not a straight man. It really saddens me because to me, hearing that and knowing how he is, he's basically like, so you're saying, you're telling, and I want to say this to my dad one day. So you're telling me that no matter how good you're doing because of you sleeping with the same sex, you're going to go to hell. Even if you ask forgiveness, and, but anyways, so there was a lot of terms that I heard growing up that I did not like coming from my parents. And, faggots. And I hate saying those words, but I have to say it because people are like, what do you mean? Queen was another term that they used when they wanted to be polite around other people. Queen was the biggest one. And quite very a lot of other disgusting terms. And I'm always believe that if you are yourself or gay or whatever, you want to use those terms, no big issue. But if you have let it be known that you are a straight person, and always let the world know that you're a straight person, and you try to use certain terms that you should not be using, that's an issue for me. Because then of course there's the excuse of, well, I'm being forced to come out. No one's forcing you to come out. No one's forcing you. We could be like, oh, so you are that. Good for you. But you fucked up still. You fucked up. But by the way, congrats on being to the community. Oh my gosh. Focus. But if you're using those terms where everybody believes you are a certain way, being a straight person, being a straight man or woman, and you use those terms towards someone not part of the LGBT community, that's another thing. And one of the biggest things that they kept, Mind of a Miracle and her friends brought up in the video, that Bruce had said Queen to Jeffree Star. First of all, Bruce is gay. Let's get that clear. Bruce is gay. He's let it be known that he's gay. So for a gay man to call another gay man Queen, whether they're friends or not, that's fine. Now, if Bruce was straight and was called Jeffree Star a queen, then there would be an issue. There would be an issue. But again, Jeffree Star has labeled himself as a queen and all that. So that's a totally different, that's a whole totally different issue. Now, if someone straight, was straight, said queen at Bruce, and he finds that term offensive to him being made at him, why is this an issue? Are you trying to say, well, he used this term at another gay man, he's gay, the man that he's talking about is gay as well, and labels himself as a queen and all that, there's no issue. But if he doesn't want people calling him queen, please respect that. Don't try to say, well, he used this term on another gay man, he's gay. He can use that term. If he wanted to use the F word, he could. Although, there's going to be judgment. But He can. Now, if he's a straight man using those terms at another gay man, that's the issue. And yes, T-Trigger. Yeah, T-Trigger. I keep seeing people like shorten his last part of the day. Was forced out. Forced out. Forced out. And I put quotes around it because no one was forcing him out. He could have like DM Bruce and be like, look, hey, I'm sorry that this term offended you. As a bisexual man, it could have stayed between them. And you know what? And they in Might of a Miracles video, like, well, Bruce could have DM'd T-Trigger that term offended him. First of all, T-Trigger made that in a public forum. Oops. T-Trigger had called him out in a public forum, so Bruce was allowed to respond publicly. Period. He was allowed to. He could have DM'd him and get between them, but since this term was used at him and he was led to believe that T-Trigger was straight, and this was said out in public, Bruce was allowed to react in public. And that whole, Bruce used that term. You know what? Bruce is a gay man. He's a gay man. He can call anybody queen if he wants to. Now, he has a problem with people calling him queen. And then, of course, I was defending Bruce. And T-Trigger, oh my gosh, was like, aren't you the girl that called someone Muff Diver? And he had to pull up a video, had to go to the Hangout and everything. And the Hangout's still up there. Because I feel no shame about it. Because I'm not offended by that word. But then he played and he edited the clip. He edited the clip where my friend had called, if everybody remembers, Earth Move. I can't pronounce her name. We're shit. My friend had said that her followers should be called earmuff divers. Wasn't offensive. Was a play on words, but it wasn't offensive. Because when you look up the term, just like those girls did in that Hangout in their video, they went to look up the term queen. If you look up the term muff diver, it's even in the Urban Dictionary, the first term, a person that goes down on a woman. So, and he was like on this narrative that I co-signed to my friend saying muff diver. Again, I'm a pansexual woman. I don't find that term offensive at all. And before I found out he was bi, which is awfully convenient that he was forced out, that, I easily looked up several terms to find what's so offensive about it. Because, and I think the third or fourth term is the lesbian part. And again, pansexual woman, I do that myself. I don't find that term offensive to me. Now, I get why someone else might find offensive. I'm not going to invalidate that, but the fact that you're pushing a narrative that my friend said muff diver when it's earmuff diver. Earmuff. And he wasn't calling the person that. He was calling her followers of that. Because let's be real, they weren't trying to suck on her cock. Because she doesn't have one. So what do you call someone that goes down on them and was trying to suck on what women have down on there? You call them muff divers. And she, at the time, was going with earmuff, one word, earmuff. So her followers were going to be called, at the time, earmuff diver. So, and he kept pushing the narrative, and now that the Jeffree Star thing is a big deal, he's like, whatever. And Mind of Miracle, I really do love her content. I just don't like the people she wants to associate to. I don't like, hey, it's tea time, tea trigger, and you know what? That's her choice. And the fact that she's choosing to defend them the way she is, it's kind of like, but yet if one of my friends was doing this, you'd be arguing how they're in the wrong. And I love how, I can't remember which one was saying it, but was saying Nick and Dustin was fueling Bruce. But that wasn't the case. Because I was talking to Bruce in the DMs, and he was quite upset. He was quite upset. And he's right to be upset by the term that was used at him. But it's just, I wouldn't. And honestly, I showed my husband, Mr. Hellcat, all that was going on and the whole muff diving thing, and he had no issue. He saw no issue with it either. And he's a bisexual man himself. And, and I let him know, hey, do I need to excuse myself from this and everything? He's like, no, you're in every right to defend yourself. You're in every right to defend your friend however you see fit and everything. And he defended me and all that. And I told my husband, if T-Trigger continues to do this, I'm gonna take some steps. He's like, what do you mean? Getting real concerned. He's like, oh, please don't be 2016 messy. I'm like, oh, no. It's not going to be 2016 messy. I'm like, first, I'm going to change my Twitter name to Muff Diver Hellcat. He's like, okay, that's funny. I'm like, since that term gets on his nerves, apparently, we're going to go with Muff Diver Hellcat. And my husband's like, so if he continues after that, what are you going to do? I'm like, and then I'm going to take it to YouTube. He's like, oh shit, what are you going to do? I'm like, when I start, I'm not going to do my Hangouts this way. I'm going to do my videos. Since the whole Tiger King thing is blown up and everything. I was going to start my intro differently from now on. I was going to do, hey, cool. Hellcats and kittens. It's me, your muff diving Hellcats, aka Sherry Hellcat, BKA Catnip, CKA I don't even know anymore. And my husband's like, are you being fucking serious right now? I'm like, yes, I'm being very serious. Since this person seems to have an issue with a pansexual woman not being offended by Muff Diver. So oh my god. This is what happens when I put lipstick on and put gloss on top. But yeah, if he was gonna continue, and luckily not gonna fucking lie, the whole Jeffree Star thing, it was blowing up and he starts tweeting that. I'm like, okay. And the fact that he T-Trigger apologized, which again, Bruce is allowed to not accept apology if he doesn't want. But then he continues to tweet out memes, liking tweets with Bruce, with it either saying Bruce is fake outrage or, and all that, and then tweeting out Queen with Freddie Mercury in it, and that was a subtweet. Let's be real, that was a fucking subtweet, and that was so fucked up because Dustin has an issue with people calling him Queen as well. He has a problem with straight people calling him Queen, and Again, if you're leading people to believe you are one way and behind the doors you're a different way, please learn what terms are okay for a straight person to say versus, oh, well, since nobody knows I'm in the closet, I'm going to use these terms. But yeah, what's funny how Might of Miracle didn't focus on how T-Trigger was like subtweeting, and still was like being an ass about the whole Queen situation. But we're more focused on Bruce calling Jeffree Star a queen. If you're gonna be outraged, you shouldn't be using that term. Well, Bruce is gay, and Jeffree Star has referred to himself as a queen, and all that. So your logic's kind of failing, to be honest. And I know Mind of Miracle won't be seeing this, and it sucks because I really did like her. But now that the fact that how she is taking their side and is like, well, so and so shouldn't be this way because they're doing this. No, you need. It's just it's aggravating. It's really aggravating. So that's what I have to say about the situation. And that Dustin tweeting out that how there was no gay men up on that panel that was ever offended by, certain terms that was used towards them. I see where Dustin was coming from. She should have reached out to gay men and had them on the panel and asked their opinion. I mean, that's great that we got a history lesson on like why queen couldn't be used as an offensive term. That's great and all, but let's be real. We need people who have been affected by, straight people calling these terms at them and all that. Not just a bunch of people who happen to be educated on the subject, who have actually experienced this. Like, I would even been okay if, like, one of them was, like, talking about how they grew up in a household where their family was a bunch of bigots or something like that. I would be like, okay, so you do have an idea why Bruce is upset by this. But no, none of them was saying that. And it's just... And the fact that they're like, well, Dustin can feel that way, but... Like, it's like, but you have to. Ugh. So that's my whole piece about that shit. I am forever now Muff Diver Hellcat on Twitter until I feel like not being. But I'm not offended by that term. There's only a few terms I am very offended by. I really, and the whole, they should have had a private talk and everything. Oh, and another thing too, that whole, them, just, I don't know. My brain is just like over this shit. It's over it. I'm so done with this crap. I want to believe that T-Trigger is a part of the community, the LGBT community, but with his past behaviors towards several of the I can't talk, of the LGBT plus community, and everything, and how he goes about attacking certain people on Twitter and everything, it leads me to not believe him. Because especially he's attacked quite a few people, and it's like, I want to believe you, I really do. It's just I can't, because you've tried to label Nick as an anti-Semitic, and that wasn't the case. He was using Puppet Master, who the person who had used that term before Nick had said that about herself. And then Street Trigger is like, well, Puppet Master is an anti-Semitic. Since when? Since when? And of course, there's only one article about why it is that term. And again, before all that happened, I had no clue what Here for the Tease religion was at all. I didn't know that she was Jewish or anything. So for my friend Nick to use Puppet Master, it's whatever. Another. But I don't need somebody. I don't need someone that's so self-righteous and claiming that certain words are dog whistles or slurs or whatever, when they themselves have attacked people and have trolled people with certain things like sea lining and now the queen thing. I can't believe anything that comes out of your mouth at this point. So again, I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done. Now that I got it out of my system. Anyways, I got this like really cool thing. Let's see if it'll come off. I got this wig fix. It's like a silicone band that has like little spikes and everything that goes under the wig that keeps the wig from. Oh shit! No more snatch wig. Shit. Because I don't like the idea of gluing down my wigs at all. And like having my wig snatched one too many times in Houston has made me learn an important lesson. And like I don't know like if like the wig glues and everything would be okay on my skin. There's certain glues I won't touch. But the wig fix band, bitch. Fuck that. But I mean, like, I think the wig fix only cost me $32, and that's not bad at all, honestly. And I could barely feel it against my head, and like the wig caps, I could feel them, and they were like tight as fuck, and I didn't like them. But this thing, I could barely feel it there. I know something's there, but I could barely feel it. And since it's only a band, there's only like so much. It's like feels a little warmer than normal, you know. Oh god, no, okay. Now I'm talking about it. I want to itch. I hate that. Right, like right now, all of a sudden my head is itching, and normally it doesn't, and now right now my head wants to itch. But I'm very impressed with the wig fix. Honestly, that definitely solves the whole issue of having to glue anything down. For sure, to keep anything being snatched. And I wish Justin would send me the video of where my wig got pulled. Oh my god, this lipstick. Ugh. But I mean, I definitely suggest getting it because damn. And it shipped really quickly too. It really shipped really fast. You know what I need to do? I might. You know what it is? I think I need to do. I think I need to wash this one. This is one of my oldest ones. One of my oldest wigs. I hate washing them though. Ugh. Because I always like run the fear of, oh shit, all the styling that's done in them, it'll come out if I wash it. Fuck. Just like cleaning my fucking makeup brush. I hate doing that. But let's see. What time is it? It's 1. We're at. me do. I do love how my makeup came out today. Oh, and I'm so mad because the makeup look I did today was with the Jeffree Star blood sugar and with everything that's going on with why like the Bloodlust palette is my last palette from Jeffree Star, my last product from Jeffree Star. I'm not going to be buying any more from him, and I'm not going to throw away any of the stuff, and I'm not going to resell it. Fuck that. I'm just so mad at this situation because if he hadn't said the fake tweets, like, are you fucking kidding me? Fake tweets? What fucking fake tweets? What fucking fake tweets are you talking about from 10 years ago? Like, that really pissed me off. Like, if he had, I don't know what would be more pissed off. Him claiming there were fake tweets or him staying quiet. Because they're both just as bad as the other one. And I'm waiting to see what the creator, I'm not going to watch the Keemstar one. I'm not going to watch the Keemstar interview because I ain't got time for that little gnome's fucking trickery, dumbass ways. I'm like, aha, exposed. But seeing what he messaged to Paige was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? And the whole he didn't want to bring him to his, but yet you're willing to go to Chris Hansen's platform, who's like way smaller than you, and you're like, oh, well, nobody reached out to me. Well, Chris Hansen reached out to you. A lot of drama channels reached out to you. A lot of people were trying to reach out to him, but yeah, he's claiming no one was reaching out to him, which is bullshit. And like, that really pisses me off the most. So, but I am going to wait for the Chris Hansen interview just to see what he's going to fucking say. But I've already made my decision that I'm not going to be buying any more of his products. I will not be supporting him anymore when it comes to my cosmetics. Because honestly, I'm beginning to realize that the other people, like Manny MUA, I still have issues with Laura Lee. But it's like Manny MUA and all of that, I'm beginning to think maybe there was a lot more to the friendship ending than what we were led to believe, you know? And like, to be honest, like I've got a few of the Lunar Beauty. I haven't used the Moonspell palette yet, but I've been using, like on my lips today, I got, what is this? Witch Bitch? Oh my fucking God. I love this fucking color. This is like my fucking color. Like, it's like, yeah, it's right in between these two colors perfectly. And like, people are claiming, oh, unicorn blood's so great. And I tried it. I'm like, ugh. And then red brown, I'm like, oh, it's nothing to write home about. But this is my favorite fucking color and how lightweight it is and everything. Oh my fucking God. I wish I hadn't been like, well, I'm not buying shit from Manny. And then, oh my God, this gloss. This is like, you want to talk about the best gloss, long lasting and everything. This enchantment gloss. Oh my God. I love this gloss. And I had the black gloss from this collection, but not the black gloss, the black lipstick, but it's choosing to be hiding, excuse me. It's choosing to hide right now when I went to do my makeup today. So it'll show up when I don't need it. of course. But, and you know what? The other day I was looking up videos on how to do makeup with a around your mask and everything, and I watched this video. So I'm like, and I watched because he had a video up about like a mask, like doing makeup and with wearing a mask and everything. And I'm like, he's not as annoying as I thought he was. And that's saying a lot for me because like I still like don't like what Manny's dad was trying to do, like what was it, last year? Right before, Manny had his Black Friday sale and everything. I don't agree with that, but honestly, not gonna fucking lie, Manny has good products. So I might end up trying to give Manny anyway another chance. Beside I'm for sure. That reminds me, I need to unsubscribe from Tati because yeah. But the fact that Jeffrey is now, it's established history where he'll say one thing about someone and then take it back and everything. It's like if it was a one-time deal, that's like okay. He might have got caught up in the moment, it's whatever, and he apologized to James at least. But to do it twice, and he didn't even really apologize the first time 10 years ago about it, and he was telling people to smell about it and all that, it's like, I want her palette too, and honestly, I kind of want the Blendiful, not gonna fucking lie. But I'm not. It's gonna be like I'm gonna wait until there's like she has a sale or something. So, but I'm very very disappointed on how Jeffrey's handling this. So, Bloodlust, it was my last palette. I'm not gonna be like all the other people and destroy their fucking palettes or throw it away or give them away. No, I'm gonna fucking keep them and use them because they are great products. It just sucks that the person behind the products sucks and everything. So, oh god, I wish that these ears had been black lace instead of red. Because now I'm like, my little mermaid fabric is red. I'm wearing red ears. I'm stupid. But yeah. And so sad is like my husband knew how badly I wanted this controversy palette. And like we waited for so long, and every time there was a restock, it would sell out. And my husband ended up paying quite a bit extra, like almost $100, which I'm like, but he surprised me with it, and I'm so happy. So I mean, like each of these palettes, like most of these palettes, my husband bought for me. So like each one has a good memory attached to them for me. So, oh god. Although the now that brand is not Kat Von D. Although it's sold at Sephora. Fuck! Can't buy from Sephora. God damn it. Sephora, why you had to do dirty? Because here I was thinking, I'm going to wait a little while. And then I'm going to try to get the KVD or whatever the fuck they're calling themselves at this point. And buy those products because they were decent products. They were not the greatest, but I mean, like, the foundation was good. And what else was it that, like a few of her lippies were pretty good, to my opinion. They weren't like, again, they weren't the worst, but they weren't the greatest, but still, like, the colors that she had was like really nice. But no, because Sephora Fuck you. I know. I know all those points. And like the fact that Fancy's sold there, I'm like, fuck, why? Why, Fancy? Although, like with Fancy and I think, what was the other brand I was thinking about buying from? Milk. Those you can buy directly from their website. But still, I mean, points. I was always like, if I could buy something at Ulta and get points for it, that's what I usually do when it comes to like drugstore and stuff like that. So I usually try to buy it from Ulta. If I can't buy it from Ulta, I'm like, whatever. But points. But their point system, let's be real, their point system sucks compared to Ulta's. Oh, right. But let's see here. I've almost been on here for an hour. And I need a drink refill. No. Fuck. I'm not gonna get a coffee refill. I just need a drink. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go for the day. I definitely want to take this wig off because right now I'm just like feeling itchy for some reason. But like I did some tech talks today. I feel productive, and now I'm doing this live. I don't know if I'm gonna record any today. I don't feel like recording, honestly, because of this fever blister. Fuck you. But I'm gonna go ahead and go for the day. I might end up. I gotta work on a few things though, like a blanket or two. And I've been working. Oh, I've been working on a crochet umbrella. I'm so excited because I just got to make the tassels for it. Oh my fucking god! I'm so excited. As soon as the tassels are done, I'm gonna fucking take photos and put it all over TikTok and Instagram and Twitter. Oh my fucking god! This year is gonna be the year of the crochet umbrellas. Because with how quickly I was able to do the umbrella, not including the tassels, within a day and a half. I'm like, ooh, this needs to be a thing. So, right? So, anyways, okay, I keep saying I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna go for real. I will see everybody later. I'm gonna leave this hangout up because I'm not hiding anything, whatever. So, anyways, not that anybody that takes down their hangouts or whatever is hiding anything. I'm just saying, me personally, if anybody tries to say I'm trying to hide something, I'm not. You know. So I'm gonna go. I hope everybody has a good Saturday. Stay safe. Keep your ass home. Wash your hands. Drink your water. And remember, self-care. Whether it's binging on Netflix videos, crafting, making TikToks, or whatever you gotta do. As long as you're not trolling people or being an ass, just be a fucking human being, okay? So, I will see everybody later. Bye.